Well, this video is mainly about a bit of a problem tree we have out the back of the house and the shed here, because it's basically leaning over the top of a shed, and that's a bit risky, especially its type of tree, the black wattle. They have a tendency to fall down. They're particularly susceptible to rot and white ants, termites. So what we're about doing today is, and in ensuing weeks, is to get it on the ground so that it doesn't endanger the shed. So I hope you enjoy it, and don't forget, if you like it, press the like button, comment and subscribe. This was the first branch to come down off the tree. We wanted to get this side of the tree shed of branches just as a counterweight to stop the weight tending on one side, so that all of it was on the side we wanted the tree to fall, and hence the need to get this down as quickly as possible. I had Josh and Simon running around like blue-tailed flies here for a while, just sorting out all the offcuts and trying to get them all separated up into bunches of like little small branches for the chipper and the bigger ones for the fire. A bit of rot and white ants put paid to this. It all rotted down the middle of the wall to get in between, like a multi-trunked affair here, and down she came. This is what it looked like down the centre of the tree, so there was very, very little holding it upright. Obviously it would have fallen at any point, but just took the base cut there, the first cut of the scarf, as you can see, to release the tension, and down it came, just nothing but mud and white ants' nest. Well, today's little effort is going to be dropping this tree behind us. It's the one we started some time ago. We started to cut a scarf out of the downhill side of it, and we got so full of white ants and rubbish that it just started to fall over. So today we're going to rig up a winch or cable and try and pull it over after we've eased the healthy side of it, because as you can see it's leaning towards the shed, and this is not a good thing. So that's the big project today, to get that down, sliced up and away from the shed. friend Angus and his son Solomon here to help me this day to bring the rest of the tree down, and you may even hear the click-clack of the winch off his four-wheel drive.
That's where you wanted it, isn't it?
Now it's time to cut around the back of the trunk to make sure that it falls. You can see the cable coming from the base of the cancel hole next door up to the trunk of this one, just to stop it swaying in the wrong direction. It will be heading into the clear paddock. Whilst felling the first part of this tree, it was easy due to the rot and the white ants nest inside it. This balance of the trunk here was quite sound, and the amount of effort needed to cut through this very hard timber fully justified my purchasing a carbide tipped saw chain.
Right, turn it up. Down here, so you're clearing your path. You can't go in there because that's the timber. Cut this into a side and leave the handle. Take yourself up before you start. Get your position. Get comfortable.
Well, today I'm finally going to get to finish off that a bit more of that wattle tree that we lopped out the back, the one that was endangering the shed. It's been on the ground for a couple of weeks now. I've had to have 2 eye operations, but now we're all good again, no glasses, and I'm going to go and just trim up the tops so that it can be ready to, the smaller ones to go to the chipper and the big ones to go to the fire. So we're going to use the Husqvarna today. Raining, but we'll see how we go anyway. hate the tops of trees, particularly these black wattle, because there's such a myriad of fine brittle branches that just want to snap and get caught in everything, and also like to get caught on your clothing, so you've got to be very careful with it. But it's just a never-ending messy job that goes with every cutting of a wattle tree. This may be tough stuff, but yeah, it's beautiful timber. When you get a good piece, you get all these rich dark red colours, dark browns and stuff, but sadly the tree is often diseased. And that's about as far as I can go with this one. That trunk is a bit on the large size for my chainsaw, plus the fact that there is some fencing wire growing right through the middle of it, so I'm not going to take my chances. I'll just cart this down to the fire with the tractor. Well, this is how the big woodsman returns from the woods. It's going to take me more than a little while just to get cleaned up. We'll get all the wood shavings off. Our next step is to get the grapple to work onto the branches and get them all gathered up. made one mistake here with this very wet, humid day. I placed the camera almost straight above the exhaust on the tractor, so you'll notice a little bit of fogging on the lenses too. So one extra thing to look out for in the future. Well, here's all that's left of that stump there and the large part of the trunk. All the bigger pieces here will just have to go down to the fire pit to be burnt. The tops are all been gathered together and are now down, ready to be chipped up with the chipper on the back of the tractor, which is of course the next job to do. The main body of the trunk is just too big and too corrupted to cut up into little pieces, and I think it's just a bit too heavy for the grapple on this particular tractor, so I'm going to drag it down and just flip it over so that I can sort of skid it along the ground a lot easier. I'll throw a chain around it and take it down to the fire pit and put paid to it that way. Tightening this bit up to pull the log down to the fire head. Well, this video took a little bit longer than I thought to complete, a matter of some weeks. We had interruptions from weather, illness, and I had 2 operations on my eyes, etc. But we finally got there in the end anyway. The thing I'd like you to do is just leave a comment down below. I always welcome any advice, or just want to say hello, then by all means do so. And don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Thanks very much.